Alright, I believe that we have just started the stream, or I have just started the stream, and I didn't really want to do an introduction for the simple reason that I can't be absolutely sure if a delay in the start of the stream is going to cause my introduction to be cut off. But regardless, I will do an introduction now, because now that I've crapped on for the first few seconds, you will be able to see and hear what I'm about to say. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the very first live stream that I have ever done. And just to confirm that I am actually live, and I don't know, I have my laptop here. Maybe it's going to say that I'm live now, I don't know. Oh, there we go. It's saying that I'm currently live, and it's saying that there is one person watching. I don't know if I'm the person watching, I really know nothing about this. The whole point of this being a test live stream is for me to get a more tangible sense of what's even going on with this live streaming business, because you can think about it as much as you want, but until you've actually done it, you don't know what obstacles you're going to face, you don't know what problems could possibly exist. So if you want to troubleshoot issues, you need to actually have the issues arise, if you understand. You can always get tips from other people if you want, but I'm not really interested in that. But anyway, as you can see, we are currently playing Demon's Souls. Well, we're about to start playing it anyway. We have it open here, and it is of course on the PlayStation 3, for those of you who are not actually aware of that. It is a PlayStation only, or PlayStation 3 exclusive, more specifically. What's this Japanese text on the screen, Doomlink? It's the Japanese version of the game. Don't question it. If you would prefer to actually be able to read what the hell's on the screen, then I apologise. In fact, let me know. But, hey, I can't read it either, don't worry. I'm not actually fluent in Japanese in any way, neither in the speaking sense of the word, or in the reading sense of the word when I refer to fluency. But, it's something different for me. So that's why I'm doing it. Anyway, so I actually need to be serious about this character creation here, because I do plan to follow through with this character, even though this is a test live stream. So what I'm going to do, and I know this looks really, really freaking awful, this background here. The reason why it looks so bad is because I have really poor lighting in my room right now, because I don't have natural light coming in. I've only got a light above me here and a few other lights in my room as well. So I know this looks really shit, and it only looks particularly bad like this because it's sort of dark on the screen right now in the recording, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a brief moment. You know what, we'll do a stupid character name, something ridiculous. Need to think of something off the top of my head now. Let's go with we'll go with Elephant. I didn't even intend to start with an E, but you know what, the first thing that came to mind when it came to the letter E is Elephant. Okay, hold on, I need to... No, I don't want to cancel text entry. I need to remember how to actually input text on a PlayStation 3, it's been a while. Backspace is square. Okay, so... Elephant. L? Where are you, L? There you are. Elephant. Elephant. No, that's probably not the word that they use in French, because that's what I was intending on going for there, an actual French accent. But anyway, the gender will be male. We'll just go with male, why not? Am I really going to create a legitimate character called Elephant? Am I going to do that right now? Because the whole idea is for me to get out of this screen as soon as possible, because I've got this stupid background behind me now. Actually, it's alright, it was only when the text box had appeared you could really see how poor the background was behind me, but it's okay now, so now I can relax, now that my character's name is Elephant. Oh god, well, with a character name like Elephant, maybe I'll do a strength build. Okay, you know what, we're gonna do a strength build called Elephant, how about that? That's confirmed, we're doing it now, we have to do it. So, of course, when it comes to a strength build, I have a choice of either Knight or Bandit, whatever it's called. Let me just have a look here and see what we've got. I need to look at the classes again, because it's been a little while since I've actually played Demon's Souls. So. The last time that I actually played the game would have been in early to mid 2017, when I was finishing up my Let's Plays for the actual video game here. And the problem is with Let's playing this game, or at least this is the problem that I was having, was that I would record so much of it that I would get this massive backlog that I just wouldn't be able to handle. And it did set me back a full 12 months when I was recording this game. So I'm never actually going to do a ordinary recording of Demon's Souls ever again. I'm instead going to do a live stream like what I'm doing here. Okay, I think we're going to go with the night. I've decided, without too much deliberation, because I was too busy talking, but yeah, I've decided that we're going to go with the night. Do some random looking face. I'm not going to make my character look too ridiculous, even though I've called him Elephant. I think the name Elephant is good enough. He's got a huge nose, you know, that's good enough, I think. He doesn't need much more than a huge nose to warrant the name of Elephant. Now, the big question is, where do I edit the hair? Is this the hairstyle? Yes, okay. So we'll go to... You know what, that looks very nice. What about hair colour? This is probably... No. Those are more specific options for the face design, and I will mention that as far as Souls games and their features, you can probably make the ugliest character in any of the Souls games in this game. It is so... Ugh, it's disgusting what you can make. I mean, this is pretty bad. Like, this is bad enough. We'll go with that. Elephant. Boom. Of course, my intention is to go ahead with this character, but I might not. Once again, this is just a test, so... Yeah. Of course, now you get to see the awful background here, because black. You get a direct comparison. And then here as well. Ultimately, it looks bad no matter what, but you're just going to have to forgive me. I'm currently using a blue screen as well, so I don't know if that's better or worse, but it seems to be better. That's why I look a little bit orangey right now. It's because I'm using the blue screen. It takes the... I guess by doing chroma key with a blue screen, and I'm not a professional with this sort of stuff, but it probably takes the blue out of the image, as a whole, obviously, and then I'm left with orange, so there you go. So I'm going to try and launch the video on my side here. Yeah, there we go. So as far as how it looks, yeah, it looks alright to me. I've seen worse, definitely. Now I need to get used to playing the game again. So here we are in the, I guess the tutorial of the game. I will mention that if anyone is expecting to have a difficult time through the tutorial, don't expect that, because this is a really easy tutorial. Especially that first monster, or enemy that we fight there. The reason why I say monster, now, I've talked about this in the past, but what ends up happening is, if I play too much Monster Hunter, I start subconsciously and consciously, well, mainly subconsciously, referring to all enemies as monsters, because all enemies that you fight in the Monster Hunter series are obviously monsters. So then when it comes time to play a different game, I'm fighting enemies that you wouldn't really call monsters, and just calling them monsters, because bad habits. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to play the Japanese version of the game at the very least. I plan to play several versions of the game. I also plan to give you an introduction at some point to me and Demon's Souls, if that makes any sense at all. What I mean by that is to give you a little bit of background information as to how I came to come across the series. Easy way to phrase that. How I came across the series, how I continue to play the series, how I feel about it in general, and also just show you all the versions of the game that I own, and all of that business. It's going to take a little while for me to get through. It's going to be a bit long and drawn out, but I do want to at least get it down on record at some point. So I'll do that, maybe in the next video, something like that. But yeah, there actually isn't too much latency here. But I am a little bit bothered by the stupid backdrop behind me and how it's not perfect. Usually it is perfect. You guys may or may not have seen my Skyward Sword Let's Play. There's no real green screen problems there. God, my commentary could be a little better than it is right now. Maybe it's time for a beer. Fuck. Anyway, so where is my bottle opener? Next question. Here we go. I found it. It was actually right in front of me, but anyway. Are you fizzing? No, you're not. Good. Don't start doing that. Ugh. But yeah, once again, this is the first time I've ever done a live stream, so it's very different to what I'm used to. What I'm used to when it comes to not live streaming, but recording videos is I have absolute power over what ends up on YouTube. Absolute power. I mean, How much more power could you possibly have than going, I like this, it's going on YouTube? But in this case, none of that. Whatever I record here is finalized, so... Anyway. What I do plan, and I may as well mention this, even though it's a test stream. This is one thing to mention as well before I mention that. I don't intend for this to be like a really special video or anything like that. It's just a test for me to see what's going on. And then to go into what I was about to mention, I do plan for this to be a rather large series, this video series of Demon Souls that I'm doing. It's going to encompass so many different builds, and you guys can see that I am connected online, by the way, because it is the Japanese version. But, oh, hello. Could you maybe get out of my face, please? But yeah, I plan to... My play could be better than what it is right now, but you have to understand that I haven't played a Souls game in quite a while, and at the very least I haven't played this game for a really long time, so that's one thing to mention. But I'm going to be doing a lot of builds, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos in general, within the live stream format of Demon Souls, for the reason that I explained before, in that the last time that I was doing a recording series of Demon Souls, I was set back by an entire 12 months by the backlog of videos that I had, I guess, created for myself to edit through and all of this. And this is one thing to mention for those who maybe aren't into the content creation side of YouTube and are more in the watching stuff side of YouTube. You might not realise this, it's kind of obvious to me, but maybe not to you. But this is a bit of an awful confrontation, by the way. Don't worry, I am better at this game than how I am demonstrating my skill right now, but I will get used to playing the game again soon. But the point that I was about to make was that when you're recording a Let's Play, which is what I usually do, I get into recording Let's Plays mostly, or, you know, other video series. That's the thing, Let's Plays is a bit of a strict term. I also do a video series called Doomlink's Random Hunts in Monster Hunter, so that's not a Let's Play, but it's also not live streaming. But the point is that when you're not live streaming, you're just doing a normal recording, what ends up happening is that you have to put the video together with the audio, sync it up, and then, this is what I do anyway, edit through the entire thing from start to finish. Cutting out anything that needs to be cut out for whatever reason, speeding up clips if I decide during the recording process, hey, I'm going to speed this up now, and then I'm going to do that in post. This requires a lot of time and effort when you think about it. And then, once you've done all of that, you've also got the time that needs to be spent processing the video, and then you also have to upload it. Now imagine if you skip all of that, and you're just sitting here playing the game and it's done. That's all you need to do. That's what live streaming is, and that's why I'm doing it. Because it's something that's a lot more reasonable and sensible for me to be doing for Demon Souls, especially after having previously experienced the bullshit with having a massive backlog. And once again, I'm getting annoyed as I look at it, at my stupid backdrop, but anyway, I hope you guys can forgive me for that. I do also want to mention that this looks better than the green screen that I did. I didn't really have the best green screen going on either, but it was better than this blue screen. It's actually a marginal improvement. Anyway, I don't even know if anyone's frickin' watching this video. I hope not, because this is shit. This is not the sort of level of quality that I'm going for. But of course, that is something that I want to make very clear, and I think the fact that I've put it in the title of the video also is clear enough. This is a test, nothing more. There's no need to take it too seriously. I'm only going to be going through the tutorial in this video as well. Once I'm finished with the tutorial, this particular live stream will be over. Short and sweet, and will also, despite being short, have plenty of content for me to be able to troubleshoot any issues that I'm seeing. Mainly in regards to audio, that's mostly what I'm concerned about. Just waiting for something like this kind of time. What kind of patience do you think I have, mate? But yeah, as I said, I am planning on having this be a really big video series, and I wanted to do a really big video series on Demon Souls before, in the previous format that I was doing it in. But, as I said, that just was not going to work out, so I guess I stopped for a long time with playing Demon Souls, and here I am again, after quite some time, finally with the tools necessary to do a long-running series with it, continuing on, sort of, from my previous videos. I say sort of because it's more like a spiritual successor to that series. It's not a true successor in the sense that I'm not going to be returning to any of those characters. So this is going to be a new thing in and of itself. This is unique and individual. I think we're getting close to the end of this tutorial. Yeah, I'm seeing what I believe to be the boss fight just up ahead. That is going to be the Vanguard boss. And for the sake of having this little live stream test be a little bit longer, I will go ahead. No, I don't think this is the boss fight. No, it's not. See, I'm stupid. It's been a long time since I've done the tutorial as well. Usually I just skip the tutorial, because basically once you have completed it once, you are given the option to just go right ahead and skip it every single time. Oh. Getting a bit gassy, of course. And you know, if I ever did belch, that would be something that I'd be able to, you know, cut out without issue. But now I can't. So I'm going to avoid doing that, by the way. It's not like I did it all the time, but that's just an example of something that I would easily be able to cut out in post-editing, but or post-recording editing. Because if I say post-editing, it's like, do you mean after editing? No, I mean the actual editing. It's just I have rather convoluted ways of explaining what I'm trying to explain, if you know what I'm saying. But this is the Vanguard just ahead. You can sort of see his creepy appearance there. Let's just see if anything is going well. Or if anything's going wrong, I should say. Not if anything's going well. Hopefully everything's going well. But anyway. Yeah, I'm getting really, really frustrated by this backdrop. I've never been so frustrated in my life looking at this awful shit. But anyway, I hope you can forgive that awful backdrop. I can assure you that it will not be the case in any of the future videos. The point of me doing this recording now is because I can't wait. And I really, really wanted to just try and do a recording, and here I am. So, next time I will wait for better natural lighting. But as far as killing the Vanguard here, you don't have to kill him. For those of you who are not really familiar with Demon Souls, the Asylum Demon is called. Yes, the Asylum Demon is the first Dark Souls game. It's pretty much a mirror image of this confrontation, in the sense that it wasn't a necessary confrontation at the start. You could get away from it. But in this case, at no point are you actually supposed to kill this guy. Later on in Dark Souls, you would go and get a weapon and whatever else you need. Like, for instance, if you were a pyromancer, you get into a pyromancer fight as well. And then you'd go and fight the enemy with actual good equipment. But in this case, you're not really given the tools to fight him equally. Because I would say that once you're given the tools in Dark Souls to fight the Asylum Demon properly, it becomes a much easier fight. But in this case, it's pretty much what you're seeing right here. There's no easy way to do this fight. You just sort of slowly but surely whittle down the Vanguard's health until he dies, and that's pretty much the end of it. Am I actually going to try and kill him here? I may as well. I've been spending all this time crapping on, but really didn't fuck that up. So let's... No, he's doing another attack. That was my fault. See, as soon as I drew attention to the fact that, oh, I'm actually doing this confrontation properly, I died. So... What do you do? What do you do? Of course, that awful backdrop. Fuck. Of course, the more I mention it, the more annoying it is for you as well, probably, but... Anyway. Is there anything else that I really want to do in this video? Not really, because you see, at this point, by dying to the Vanguard, we have achieved the tutorial. This is what I mean when I say that you don't actually need to kill him. Dying against him is expected, but if you do kill him, you are given the opportunity to fight an enemy that we do fight later on in the game, but this time you get to fight him very early, and he is called the Dragon God. And he is well deserving of his name in the sense that he is freaking huge and kind of spooky as well. Like, he's got maybe 4 eyes, at least. At least. Maybe even 6. Maybe he's got 3 on each side. I can't really remember now. I think it might be 6 eyes in total. That's gross. But anyway, yeah, I just need to think if there is anything else that I really wanted to say that was kind of pressing, or something that you really needed to hear before I end this video. Now, just to reiterate for those who are watching live for some reason, there are only 2 of you, I think? Yeah, 2 of you. Well, that's enough. For anyone who needs to know again, this is going to be the first test, which will then evolve into a series that is planned to go for a very, very long time. And it's not going to be the only, I guess, example of me doing a live stream. Like, it's not going to be the only game that I live stream. I'm going to be doing a lot of other games as well. So, yeah. I also need to get into the flow and habit of talking live. It's weird. It's not normal for me to cognitively come to the realization that as I speak, that's it. There's no second takes. And generally what that results in is poorer performance. So I would say generally that my commentary in this video has not been as good as it normally would be, but I'm making an allowance for that because this is something that I've never done before. As well as that, this is intended to be a test, so I can basically completely and utterly fuck up this entire recording, like having a shit backdrop. And it's alright, because it's a test, everyone, it's a test. No one's expecting professionalism in a test video, surely! Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this weird little test video here. And do expect, in the future, better backdrops, and any issues that have presented themselves in this particular video to be addressed, as well as more Demon Souls. You're going to see a lot more Demon Souls, I can assure you. Will I continue with Elephant? I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or no. I need to make a decision at a later date. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will... There's not much to enjoy though, is there? Shit. It's mainly for me, if anything. But once again, do stay tuned if you are interested in seeing more Demon Souls stuff. There will be more, I can assure you. And normally I tell you guys the date, but you would know the date, because it's the date that I streamed it. In Australia, at the very least, it is 6:40 PM on the 10th of January 2019, as I am recording at this moment. I thank you all for watching. Once again, I think I thanked you. And I will see you when I am indeed doing proper live streams, not shitty ones, proper ones, of Demon Souls. I'll catch you guys when I'm doing that. Bye bye.